ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Team Bahamas back on the court today at the America's Zone 3 Davis Cup tie in Costa Rica. Taking on the host country, it was a matchup of the undefeateds. Philip Major Jr. up first against Sebastian Quiros. Both players struggling to hold serve in the first set. 7 breaks in all, and PJ would fall in a hole, losing it 6-4. Just 1 break in the second set. Unfortunately, that went to Costa Rica, who won the set 6-3 to take the match.
Today was not a good day for me in the office, but I fought until the end. I gave myself a chance, but he just played better than me today.
Everything now up to Baker Newman to keep the Bahamas alive. Baker struggling in his singles match on Monday, but he got off to a much better start today, winning the first set 6-3 over Jesse Flores. Flores then leveled the match, winning the second set 6-3, forcing a winner-take-all third set. In that final set, it was all Costa Rica. They take it 6-2 to secure the team win.
You know, I played well. Jesse, good friend of mine from played at Miami. And played well and played a good match, so credit to him.
The doubles was a dead rubber, but Justin Lunn and Dante Ambrisha taking to the court for that one. It was a competitive matchup, but the Bahamian duo would fall in straight sets 6-4 and 4. Team Bahamas will try and rebound tomorrow against the U.S. Virgin Islands. Still talking tennis, Jacoby Bain has advanced to the third round of the singles competition at the HIDIC Under-18 Regional Championships in Cancun, Mexico. Ranked 11th, Jacoby received a first-round bye. In the second round, he eliminated Sotelo from Mexico in a competitive three-setter, 7-6, 5-7, and 6-3, and will now face 8th seed Garza from Mexico. In doubles action, Jacoby teaming up with Solares from Bolivia. The duo seeded third. They received a bye into the second round, where they beat the Mexican duo of Lopez and Bobola 6-3, 7-5 to advance to the quarterfinals. After trials last weekend, the B3 is naming its team for the NACAC Championships July 5th through the 7th in Mexico. Under-18 girls, Anthea Charlton, Jada Knowles, Jasmine Knowles, Megan Moss, and Rima Otterber. Under-18 boys, Terrence Jones, Taraj Hudson, and Keyshawn Strawn. As for the under-23 ladies, Alexis Gray and Dreshney Roll. The under-23 men consist of Kyle Alcine, Giles Edian, Tamar Green, Ken Mullings, Kendrick Thompson, Shaquem Smith, and Samson Colbrug. What we could tell you yesterday was a special day aboard the Majesty of the Seas, and for more on that, here's Catherine Gomez.
The Mystic Marlins of Doris Johnson are in for a treat, as today they spend a day on the Majesty of the Seas. A top-deck basketball court, a water park, and food galore were just a few of the many exciting moments the 5-time winning championship team were able to enjoy. Fox Hill MP Charnel Ferguson says this fun day was a reward for winning the 2019 Hugh Campbell Basketball Classic and the 2019 Government Secondary School Sports Association Basketball Championships.
They've worked so hard. They've done so well. So we thought, what can we do to say, well done, and give them a treat. So I spoke with Mrs. Diana Phillips, and she's a representative here in the Bahamas for Royal Caribbean, and they said yes without any hesitation.
Mystic Marlins coach Danico Bowles says they had to treat the boys after such a marvelous year.
We've been working hard from August, all the guys, they put in countless hours, so this is definitely something that's rewarding to all their hard work that they have put in this year. So just want to continuously motivate them, to let them know the hard work does pay off. Even though we plug and spend long days and long nights, at school and on the court, this is the time for them that they can actually kick back and relax.
Head captain and senior Malachi McCoy is extremely grateful for the way his team blazed the court this year, especially since he now embarks on his journey to college to study pathology.
It feels good to come out here and relax and just sit back and have a good time, especially when I'm doing something I love, because like that Bible scripture said, that your gift will make room for you.
Junior Clinton Brennan says he hopes to continue the legacy his team has made this year.
I think it's a good amount of pressure, and I think we could be able to live up to it if we get to work hard, keep working out over the summer, because the summer is where you're supposed to work hard and just supposed to grow and develop as a player.
Hard work pays off. Thanks, Royal Caribbean. Catherine Gomez, ZNS Total Sports.
Well, the Bahamas Olympic Committee hosting Media Day, and that's where we find our Amajal Knowles.
Good evening, Johnny. Good evening, Bahamas. We are live here at Bristol One Air Crew. Why, you may ask, was the site of tonight's meet and greet / press reception hosted by the Bahamas Olympic Committee. Joining me now is President of the BOC, Ramel Fishnotes. Fish, just tell me a bit about why the organization felt it was important to hold tonight's meet and greet.
Well, it's about building relationship and really with our stakeholders. And the press is one of the most important stakeholders in sports. It really projects what we do from our athlete side, from the administrative side. And so tonight, this evening, we want to celebrate what it is that the press have been doing for us, and also sit down and strategize how sports is worth $160 billion. Some would say, well, what does that quantify in the Bahamas? And we need to find out what that really worth, what is sports worth in the Bahamas. And no better way to do it than partnering with the press in terms of partnering and making sure that our message and what we do in sports really get to the corporate Bahamas so that they can invest more. I think it's around $1 million+, but we need a couple of more millions really so it can impact all of the sporting federations and their associations to help sports grow and to become a meaningful part of what we do in society.
I know the BOC has been in news headlines over the past few weeks, but moving past that, what's on the interim agenda for the Bahamas Olympic Committee?
No, let me just say that we're very disappointed that we're not in the National Stadium where we wanted this event to be. We've been planning for this 2 months ago. We've been kicked out. Sad. But really, next on our program is the Pan Am Games. We should have around about 40+ athletes. The contingent should be about 50, 55, 56. And we're excited about it. Obviously, it's the last test meet for us as the Olympic Committee just before the Olympic Games in Japan. And so it gets the opportunity to get us riled up and ready to support our athletes, get the Bahamas riled up. And I think it's going to be a magnificent, great time in Lima, Peru, and then on to the Olympics in 2020.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Johnny, back to you in studio.
And that's going to do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.